Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter. In this channel, we talk quite a bit about personal finance, credit, business credit, and funding. And in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most powerful resources available for anybody who is starting out in credit or has had credit issues in the past and wants to rebuild, or maybe you have credit and you want to add a little bit more to it and you don't know what's the best way to do it. This video is going to cover all of that. And I want to disclose, I am an affiliate with this provider, but it's only because I truly believe in it and because I have referred this product before I was a provider. I believe that this is the most powerful product out there in terms of helping you strengthen your credit. If you're just starting, if you're rebuilding, or maybe you're already currently running and you want to do more. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. You're going to want to go to this website. It's called creditstrong.com. This is an FDIC insured bank. It's called Austin Capital Bank. And they really have one of the most cutting edge products that's out there. And I'll talk to you briefly and I'll jump into a couple of the products and just kind of show you how to navigate that space. And I'll also talk about which situations and scenarios these products are good for. They have a pretty comprehensive menu of products that are very powerful. They're very specific and they are budget friendly. And depending on how much you want to spend, the more you spend, the more powerful of an impact it will have on your credit. With that in mind, let's jump right in. If you go into the products page, you'll go into a drop down. I'd like you to go into install/CS Max. Let me give you a brief overview of this product. Here's what it is. This type of credit building account will report to your credit as an installment account. Now, there are a couple different options. Every one of these accounts, when it's an installment account, requires a monthly commitment from you. You want to make sure that you're doing well financially. The higher the monthly payment you spend, the bigger the impact will be positively on your credit score, and I'll explain to you exactly how that works. But I want to first warn anyone, if you're not comfortable spending a little bit of money monthly to invest in your credit, then this may not be the right product for you. This is something that you need to weigh the pros and cons of. The single biggest mistake I see some people make when they're trying to rebuild credit after having issues is they're still having cash flow issues. So if that is you, you do not want to commit to something like this because you can end up doing more harm than good. And that's obviously not anything that anybody wants. With that in mind, if you are doing well, if you are able to handle these monthly payments financially, let's jump into what exactly these products offer, what are the price points, and what you get from it, because these are dual purpose loans. And what I mean by that is you are paying a monthly payment, you are getting an installment account. Depending on how much you pay monthly is going to determine what the dollar amount of the installment account is that reports on your credit. But the dual purpose aspect of it is you are building credit and you're also building savings, which means whatever the monthly payment you commit to, not all of that is a finance expense or an interest expense. A portion of it is. The other portion goes into savings. As I mentioned before, it's an FDIC insured bank. This is great for somebody that doesn't have a car loan and wants to build credit. So let's look at the options. Now let's jump in and take a look at the options for CS Max. You'll see the CS Max has a term length of 60 months. That means that you're committing to 5 years. Now, whenever you close the account, whatever balance is there, you can close it at any time. There's no prepayment penalty. It will be refunded to you. My suggestion, the longer you have this account open, especially if you're new to credit, you have to think of that account as establishing a track record. So it's in your interest to keep it open for the full length of time if you can afford to do so, because it will lay a foundation for your credit that's very powerful. So let's take a look at the first tier option. So for $49 a month, you will have a $2,500 installment account report on your credit report. The $99 option, the installment amount goes up to $5,000. The $199 option goes to $10,000. Now you may ask yourself, well, what is the difference? Well, any one of these is better than nothing. But the difference between having a $2,500 one and a $10,000 one will matter when you're going to go in for auto financing, because a $10,000 amount shows that you're able to handle a much higher amount. The auto version of the credit score will look more favorably towards that $10,000 amount versus the $2,500 amount. And that should translate into a higher score, which will make it easier for you to get approved if you're going in for a higher dollar amount. As I mentioned before, the $49, $99, and $199, not all of that is the actual cost of this product. So let's take a look at the cost. Click on more details and now let's take a look. Scroll down, look at the table. Here's a beautiful breakdown of what this costs you. So here's the $49 a month. Look at month one right here. You're paying $13.69 in interest. The difference is $35.31. That goes into savings. So this account's costing you $13.69 for that month. Now, when you go down to month 12, it drops down to $11.51. Let's go into the CS Max 99 now. Month 1, $99. The interest expense, it goes up $29.16 a month. So to get the $5,000 amount, they're charging you a little bit more. $29.16 is the actual cost. $69.84 is what goes into savings for you. When you get down to month 12, the interest expense is $24.54. So it's costing you about $25 a month. You're building almost $75 a month is going into savings. This is going to get you a $5,000 installment account. All that money is going into a savings account. It's a win-win scenario for you if you can afford to do it. Let's go to CS Max 199. The interest expense, $60.08. It's obviously costing you a little bit more, but that's what it's costing you to have a $10,000 installment account report to your personal credit. And if you're just coming out of having credit problems, or if you're new to credit, having a $10,000 installment account without having to purchase a vehicle or get into any type of debt obligation, it's more than worth its weight if you're planning on having future transactions. So if you're somebody who wants to buy and sell cars, if you want to get into real estate, anything like that, this is a very powerful product. Whichever one that you choose there is up to you, whichever one makes the most sense. In my opinion, any one of these is better than nothing. You do not want to have a credit profile with just credit cards. This is a perfect complement to do that. I'll briefly cover the Install Max accounts. Now, there is a lower price point version, which is not a 5-year term. It's a shorter term. You have a $28 option, a $38 option, and a $48 option. They also will report just a $1,000 or $1,010 installment account on your credit report. This is more budget friendly. It does not give you the high dollar amount. It is truly a situation where something is better than nothing. And if you can afford it, do it. It also does a little bit of savings. You can click on the more details and see how much of that goes into savings. That's more of a budget friendly product. Any one of these is better than nothing. Now, let's switch gears into the other product that they have. Go back into products, drop down on Revolve. They just recently came out with a very powerful product, and here's what it is. A lot of times if you're new to credit, or if you've had credit issues in the past, it's going to be very difficult for you to get approved for credit cards. And if you do get approved for cards, they're usually cards that are not really good cards. Low limits, they're not real banks, they have high annual fees, terrible customer service, the online platforms are janky, it's just not fun. Not fun, and they're actually not good cards, because the entire point of any credit card that you open up into the future, if you're new to credit or even if you're reestablishing credit, your end goal should be to have that credit card open 10 years into the future. That's how you lay a foundation. So when you do 5 years with a CS Max account and you open up 3 to 4 credit cards that you know you're never going to close, they don't have annual fees, that is the smartest way to establish credit and lay a real nice foundation that's going to give you the ingredients you need to have the highest possible score, close approaching 800. So let's take a quick look at the Revolve options. For $99, you will have a $1,000 limit line of credit trade line report to your credit. You also have a Revolve Plus and a Revolve Pro. For $199 a year, you get an initial $2,500 limit card. So it's the same situation as a CS Max. The more you pay, the higher the limit. And it just comes down to what you're trying to achieve with your credit and what are your goals. If you want to get stronger, faster, you just pay more. Take a look at these details. You can take a look at the breakdowns here. It'll show you what the incentives are and how you can double up those limits. If you're trying to aggressively build credit and get higher credit limits, then using the Revolve Plus or the Revolve Pro, which can get you up to a $10,000 limit. The idea behind having a $10,000 limit with a Revolve Pro account is when you then go and apply for other credit cards, they're going to look at your credit and say, oh, they already have a $10,000 limit card. So instead of them giving you a $500 limit card, they're going to come close to what somebody already approved you for. It's a great way to position yourself to get approved for higher limit cards in the future. You can get there faster than it would take to normally build yourself up that way. So again, the money here gives you the speed and it gives you the power that you need if you're looking to get aggressive, to get higher credit limits and to build your credit up faster. This is a place where the more money you spend and commit to monthly, the more impact you're going to get faster. There's a link below that you have. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I am an affiliate. I really believe in these products. If you guys would be so kind, if you ever do apply for it, please go ahead and use my link. If you have any questions about these products, please leave them in the comments. I truly think this is the most powerful credit building product in the marketplace, and I'm a huge fan of it. And I really hope you guys got some value from this video. If you guys liked this video, please drop me a comment that you appreciated it. And if you guys want to share this video with anyone else, please feel free to do so. It means so much. We're trying to grow the channel. If you've come this far in the video, I appreciate you so much because not everybody does. I look forward to seeing you guys again on the next video.